Okay, Asia session live. Currently looking at USD JPY. UJ on H2. We have a breakout bar that closes above previous day high, previous H8 high, and the previous week high. Higher time frames are in trend breakout. I'm looking for a trend retracement to continue that move. So we have bullish directional bias here. Whenever I see a breakout bar with bullish directional bias, I'm looking for a trend retracement setup. So breakout bar in H2, which we have. Then I want to see price retrace back to the breakout level, fake out the momentum time frame, and then take the trade up to the peak of that bar and possibly further than that. So this bar on the H2 closed as a bullish breakout. I trade this on the M2. Wanted to see price retrace back to the breakout level, which it did. Fake out the momentum time frame, which it did twice. And then once it fakes out that momentum time frame, or once it triggers, then I'm looking for one of my cycle alignment patterns. So price came down, trigger that momentum time frame, and then I am looking for one of these alignment patterns to take the trade back up. So reversal pattern, continuation, or a pullback. And over here we have the breakout level up high. So this is a pullback pattern, and price never got above. Actually, it did get above here, but no, didn't have any continuation. But even if it did, I wouldn't have taken this. This is way too close to the top, and there was no flip of breakout levels after that. So if that trend retracement setup doesn't show up, if it doesn't play out, then I'm always looking for one of these other setups: reversals, continuations, breakouts, or pullbacks. As long as we still have bullish directional bias, then I'm looking for one of these setups. And we have a breakout followed by an inside bar. And so I know that I'm looking for a trend continuation or a trend pullback, breakout followed by an inside bar. And essentially, I want to see price fake out the low and then take the trade back up. So the H2 lows over here, I want to see price come down, fake that out. So I have my alert there already. Didn't do that, went up instead, but let's see, we might get stuck again and then come down, and then I'll look for a buy from down there. I'm not going to take the buy from up here. So that's one thing I'm looking at. Second instrument that I'm looking at is NZDUSD. Here we have yesterday closed strong breakout. These yellow bars are trend reversal bars. They basically flip the breakout level, and so I do expect price to continue on down. So we closed in breakout, and now I'm looking for a trend retracement, getting price back up. So once it triggers this momentum time frame, then I am looking for my alignment patterns here. And again, this is a bearish one, so I'm looking at a bearish trend retracement, breakout bar, and then price retracing back to that breakout level, triggering that H8 high. I want to see it fake out, and it's looks like it's about to be faked out. It faked out a number of times here, and then I'd like to take the trade back down. Once it triggers this momentum time frame, then I'll look for one of my alignment patterns, reversals, continuations, or pullbacks. I can see that the breakout level is up high. This is a breakout low, breaking out below the low, and then price is retracing up. So I know that I'm looking at a continuation pattern right here. So once price comes up, retraces, and triggers that momentum time frame, these blue setups mean that I can drop down and look for a reversal. So this portion right here on the lower time frame is going to be this one. And so once it triggers that H8 high, I drop down to lower time frames to time the entry, and I trade this H8. We're triggering that H8, so I'm trading the H8 bar. I trade that on the M5. So price came over here, triggered the H8 high, and then I'm looking for my patterns again. There was no rejection at the top here, so this is not something that I would take. And then price flipped that breakout level. I was waiting for price to get below the low, and it did do that, but there was no continuation on this move. And right now price has come up. Now it's given me that rejection, and now I'm just waiting for an entry here. So we have the weak breakout level over here. Probably look for an entry as price gets below here, or maybe the daily open, since I don't want to trade right into levels. So maybe at the daily open would be better here. Let's see. We are in a range on the H4, and we have not triggered that high. It's an inside bar. So inside bars, I treat these ranges a little bit different than all the other ranges. For inside bars, so I have a number of different ways of looking at ranges. Inside bar outside bars or opposite facing fake out bars. The outside bar and the fake out bars, these show me rejection. The market rejected these moves, and so this is what creates the range. On the inside bar, market hasn't touched anything, so I still have that same bias as before. And so I treat these inside bars a little bit differently, and so I don't mind it not coming up here, but it does need to trigger those setup timeframes. Okay, so I just needed to cross there. UJ would prefer to come down, and that's it. I'm not really looking at anything else here. I was also looking at Nikkei. Broke out. I did not see that one. Actually, I did see this yesterday, but did not give me a setup, and I wasn't really paying attention here. I wouldn't have traded this anyways, right at the open. Yeah, didn't have that. And now I'm just waiting for price to pull back, fake out a low, and then take this back up. So I don't go from high to high. I need this to pull back and then see if I can get something. Let's see. The H4 closes. H8 closes in 2.5 hours. I might look for a trend retracement on the M5. Let's see. Gold over here. Stuck in ranges. Stuck in ranges. Yeah, nothing for me here. AJ, this was something I was looking at yesterday. Didn't set up for me. Looking for a trend retracement. Did trigger the low. It was a little bit odd. I wasn't watching. Yeah, this is not my trading time. 5 p.m. here. This is already after my London session, and then I wasn't watching this in New York. Didn't take any trades yesterday. Didn't see anything that I liked. This would have been a hard one to take. I think I missed this one. This one would have been a nice one. Trend retracement here. Breakout. Price came down and then gave me that reversal pattern here. False breakout. This one would have been good. Okay, I missed that. What time was it here? 8:30. I was having coffee here, so technically this is a time that I would trade, but was having my breakfast. I don't usually trade in the middle here. Okay, that would have been nice. I like to see my setups play out. Okay. All right, so just waiting. Okay, so price just got under here on the NZDUSD, under the daily open. Just gonna check time frames real quick. I'll wait for this M2 to close. Actually, would be better to get under this H2 low. So maybe once price gets under here. Okay, so all right, so let me see, breakout. Have everything I'm looking for here. Price coming down. Breakout continuation move on the H8. On the M5, we flipped breakout levels here. So this is already good to go. But I think there was range here on the H1. So it would be better to get in underneath. Okay, we closed. Yeah, we're so close to that H2 low. Might as well just wait for that. This one would have been okay to enter. If it pulls back and then gives me a rejection somewhere around here on the lower time frame, then I'll go for that. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for. Okay, wait. The timer. Not the best time to take it. Okay, gonna wait 3 minutes for sure. Waiting for this M15. Okay, price pushing on down over here. See, 1 minute close below. Okay, EJ trend retracement, very small range though. Probably not going to go for that. Okay, here we go, 10 seconds here. Low of the H8, I think everything is all right. Probably could have taken this earlier. Okay, nice closure here. There's a previous H4 low right here. And as price, if price can get underneath this, then I'll go for this. Okay, so price came up, came down, closed below that range, faked out the range, and then we flipped back under. So this is a small little swing point for me. I think I'm going to go for this. Price can get underneath here. I think this is enough rejection for me. So if there's continuation here, then I'll just go for this. Okay, got in there. Just a tiny bit above where I wanted to go, but every little pip counts. Don't have the best entry. Would have preferred getting in a bit higher, but I'm still okay with this one. And down. So about just a 1 hour trade. Yeah, I just wouldn't get in 5 minutes before the new hour. Or I can get a tighter stop here. Okay, just a 1 hour trade. Not the best, but just take what the market gives me. And UJ did not pull back from me here. Nikkei also did not pull back. Okay, so I think that's it. Just one trade. And let's see what happens here. All right, took my my trade out already. Took profits here. Didn't get to the H2 range low, but it did get to that previous H8 low. So about 1 hour on this, and that was it. So this was based, saw this on the daily, flipping that breakout level, and then on the H8, saw this breakout bar that got back below the weekly breakout level. And then the setup was H8 breakout followed by an inside bar. This is a trend continuation, was waiting for price to get below these breakout levels. Did not do that until right here. And the indicator lets me know exactly the perfect entry. Could have entered here, but this was, no, actually I wouldn't have entered there. It's 5 minutes before the hour. And so I think I took the best entry that I could take. There was actually Aussie news. I did not see that, so this wouldn't have been a really smart trade to take. But my stop loss is at the top, so don't mind taking it. Had a bit of drawdown, but then it came through. So there you go. Trend retracement on the daily, continuation pattern over here, breakout continuation, and trend continuation setup on the H8. That's it. Let's see. UJ is pulling back now, but end of my session already. I'm not going to be looking at that. H8 looks nice over here for a buy. Might be something I'll keep an eye on. Don't like how we faked out one side of the range. I expect price to get down to the other side. I would need to see a flip of momentum. We do have good H2 momentum, but I do want to see this H2 breakout level get pushed up and then flip before taking that one. What else? I was looking at Nikkei. Let's see how this H8 closes. Most likely I won't be trading this in London. Gold, nothing for me on gold. Gold's been just not doing much for me. And that's it. Okay, one trade on NZDUSD, and that's all.